Good afternoon, Year 4. It's the 4th of February 2021. Yesterday in our class text, we actually finished the book, The Rotten Romans. For the next week or so before half term, I'll be reading other things, hopefully to do with the Romans, whatever material I can find. And I found a text today that I'm going to read to you, which is about Pompeii. Now, if you don't know anything about Pompeii, Pompeii was a city during the Roman times, and it's a city that even today still exists. What happened was, well, I don't want to give away too much, but let's just say a volcano was involved, and Pompeii was pretty close to that volcano when it erupted. Anyway, let's get on with the text. I'm going to share the screen with you so you can see it, and let's go full screen. Ooh. How do I go full screen here? Here we are. It's called Escape from Pompeii. Right, let's go. So here we go. On a hillside overlooking the sparkling Bay of Naples, the Roman city of Pompeii glimmered in the sunlight. From his window, young Trenino listened to the noise humming from bars, taverns, and shops around him, and busy tradesmen haggling in the streets below. Beyond the massive city walls, he could see Pompeii's greatest protector looming in the distance. They called it Vesuvius, the gentle mountain. Could any place feel safer than here? Torrinio wondered. Was anything more beautiful? Torrinio was the son of Dion, the actor, and lived with his parents near the theatre district of Pompeii. He'd often sneak into the harbour at the mouth of the river Sarnus and hide behind sacks of grain. There he watched pots of wine, oil, and spices being carried to and from the ships of fishermen unloading their rich catches. Sometimes Torrinio went to the forum to listen to the politicians making their speeches. The shopkeepers argue and the poets sing. His favourite song was rumble down, great city walls. Feel the ground crumble, the citizens stumble, when the earth shakes and rumble down, tumble down. Everyone would join in, laughing as they remembered the earthquake tremors. A few years before Torrinio was born, there had been a big earthquake in Pompeii, and parts of the town had still not been fully repaired. But nobody took tremors seriously anymore. On other days, Torrinio would shout up to Lavina, the baker's daughter, who lived across the street. Liv, stop curling your hair and come and play jacks. I've got a big bag of bones from my mother's kitchen. They're just the right size. Livia spent most of her time learning to weave and cook, but during the hot afternoons, she and Torrinio would sit by the fountain and play knuckle bones or chase dogs down the street. One hot August day, Dion took Torrinio through a shady passage into one of Pompeii's two theatres on the edge of the city, where a pantomime was being rehearsed. Sit on these steps, son, and learn, said Dion. We'll be using you in small parts soon. To begin with, Torrinio enjoyed watching the sword fights and strutting clowns, the masked actors playing thieves and devils, and the leaping acrobats quite took his breath away. But eventually his attention began to wander. Then something happened. Stone steps creaked, the boards began to rattle, and the building quivered. Props fell to the stage, and the scenery split. Torrinio's father froze to the spot. Everyone was silent. But one by one, the actors began to relax. Rumble down, tumble down, here we go again, they chanted. Nothing to fear, everybody, called Torrinio's father. Back to rehearsals, please. The actors fastened their masks and carried on as if nothing had happened. But Torrinio wriggled through the curtain and ran down the street. He ran as fast as he could to Livia's house. Everyone was shouting, arguing, carrying belongings outside to safety. Livia, he called. Liv, where are you? The bakery was empty. Loaves lay scattered on the floor. The oven blazed, and the small donkey turning the grain mill brayed and jumped nervously against its chain. Torino Lavia leapt down the stairs. Father's chasing our goat through the market. The poor thing bolted when the ground began to grumble. You'd have died laughing. Come on. Flushed and excited, the two children ran hand in hand into the dusty streets. But as they ran, the sky began to darken and a thick cloud drifted slowly overhead. Lavia turned to Torino. Why are the seagulls flying towards the woods? They're going the wrong way. A small bird hanging in a cage chirped frantically, trapped behind its bars as the airs began to fill with ash. Lavia coughed. Torino, perhaps we should go back. Torino grabbed her hand. We can't go back. The dust is too thick. Quick, the harbour. Run. Just run. Boats were bobbing on the choppy water as men began to untie lines from their moorings. No one noticed two small children climbing up the narrow plank of a small Greek cargo ship and hide beneath a pile of coloured rugs. Dusty and tired in their hiding place, they soon fell asleep. But as they slept, the anxious captain untied his boat. He sensed that the winds had changed in the direction, that the air was uncomfortably hot. The sea began to churn and pull back from the shore. Right, I think we're going to stop there because that was quite a bit. And what we're going to do, we're going to finish reading that story tomorrow. I want you to think about, what do you think has happened in the story so far? And that will help you understand it when we come to read tomorrow. Right, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.